Hey, what's up everybody? I'm SuperSonicJB and ignore the new setting here. I'm just on vacation right now, but get this, the place that I'm staying at here features a treasure map, just some buried treasure located on this very beach that's right outside of here. So I'm going to go ahead and look for this treasure, because come on, what else am I supposed to do with this bucket and shovel here? Make a sandcastle? Come on, I'm not a little kid.
Ooh, the ice cream man!
Okay, I might have overdone it a little bit there, but you know what? We're here for the beach to find this buried treasure, so let's go find it, shall we? Well, this is said to be the spot where buried treasure is. I know I've been searching for all 69 seconds here, and I still found nothing, except for a whole bunch of beach-themed video games, but since I might be here for a little while longer, yes, I could talk about said beach video games. Thankfully, whenever I go somewhere new, I always bring with me my video game consoles, a TV, some really long extension cords, and a copy of Eminem's Beach Party. You ever go to the beach and just think to yourself, man, I wonder what it would be like to visit the beach in a video game? Well, you're in luck, because today I'm going to be talking about beach-themed video games. Of course, I could talk about something like Mario Sunshine. It's an entire game revolved around the beach, but I've talked about that game thousands of times already, and I wanted to play some new games instead, so let's see what we got here. First game we're going to be playing today is Eminem's Beach Party on the Wii. Oh yes, because clearly when I'm scarfing down M&Ms, I get a craze to go to the beach. We start off by choosing our M&Ms. While I've always been a fan of the blue one, I'm going to go ahead and go with the orange one because his face perfectly describes how I'm feeling starting this game up. My god, the loading screens are super long in this game. I could read the whole dictionary and that would take less time than these loading screens here. So our M&M is dropped off at this beach that looks like it's seen better days. You're supposed to walk up to an event and play a minigame. I start off with this weird railgun-like shooter where you're supposed to shoot some M&Ms and make them your color. Yeah, this game sucks. The controls feel super weird and you have to press either A or B, but sometimes the inputs were super delayed. Also, this game makes a weird sound effect whenever you hit someone. In the end, I lost, but I didn't care enough to try it again. Next up, we have Skee-Ball, and this was honestly one of the worst control games I've ever played in a party game. I mean, just look at these controls! Who has time to learn all that? It is kind of funny seeing your character throw a ball, though. Too bad I can never get any balls in the hole, though. Then I did this really weird canoeing minigame. This one was honestly the most boring out of all of them. All you do is hold the Wii remote upright and swing it down, but you have to have perfect timing in order for it to work as well. Unfortunately, I kept failing at this, so next game. The next game is this awful hammer game where you gotta hit this thing hard enough and make it land on these M&M symbols. It feels super delayed and aiming this thing is way too difficult. Then you got ring toss here, whereas the title says you toss rings on these things and get points. It's an okay minigame but still plays like crap. Also, what's with these CPUs and being so freaking hard? I played on easy and they still beat me. Up last we have Beach Volleyball, which is definitely the most fun and interactive game, but it still sucks. I swear I laugh every time I see these guys like this. It looks like they're worshipping the net. Also, what is up with that face? This is Beach Volleyball, where you hit the ball back and forth until somebody messes up, which is usually me. It just feels very constricted with your movement in this minigame. Sure, you can pass the ball to your teammate, but they'll probably just mess up and help the other team win. But hey, at least that means I can exit this game faster, and that's it. That's Eminem's Beach Party for ya. Overall, it's a terrible game with awful controls, and I wish it never existed. What is up with that guy's face? So this is Kings of the Beach. It's an old NES beach volleyball game that contains a whole lot of text. Welcome to Chicago, the Windy City. The wind is really going to affect the serving here today. Some of his opponents call him the Terminator after going up against his killer Spike. He's a pure power player who never gives up. His favorite quote after a loss: "I'll be back." A product of East German genetic engineering. This guy comes to play. He's got a strong Spike that must be blocked to win. Don't let his power intimidate you. Okay, are we done now? Can we just get on with the game, please? So in this game, you just hit the volleyball back and forth over the net until you win or lose. It's a pretty simple game to play, but it does suffer from that old school NES feel. The controls aren't that great, moving your character feels super slow, and that led to a lot of mistakes on my part. The sound design is also not very good. I mean, if someone gets a point, it makes a sound that makes it seem like an earthquake is happening outside. Then there's the referee's whistle. I don't know why it sounds so bad, but at least it still sounds better than my middle school choir. Honestly, there's not much else to this game. It's just an NES beach volleyball game, and let's leave it at that. Now, throughout the last few years, I've gotten a lot of requests to talk about Klonoa, and my original response was, what's a Klonoa? Yeah, I had no idea who this was until I played Tales of Vesperia and found out there was a costume for this guy. I think it looks good on Carol. Also, some people on Discord gave me a slight rundown on who he is, so props to them. Anyways, they wanted me to talk about Klonoa games, so here we have Klonoa Beach Volleyball. I have no idea who any of these characters are, but I'm sure I'll do great.
Here I am! Here I am!
Here I am! I'll definitely give this game credit. It looks and sounds great, and there's a lot of customization to the rule set, like changing the character sizes. Heck yeah, I always wanted to play volleyball small size. As for the gameplay, it's volleyball alright. Now, it's definitely better than the other games we've played so far, but it's nothing really that special. You can build up some power over time and use a powerful shot. It has some pretty weird effects, and that's pretty fun, but it's just not something that'll wow you completely. It just feels like one of those weird spin-off games, kind of like Mega Man Soccer in a way. Fun, yes, but nothing too special. Well, I tell you, working on this speech has got me real thirsty. I'd love some 7-Up right now, but since I don't have any, I guess I'll just play Cool Spot instead. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, Cool Spot was a mascot for 7-Up in the US until he was eventually tossed away. Sorry, buddy, but he somehow still got his own video game back in the early 90s. I did mention this game a long time ago during my SpongeBob Fan Games video, but that was a hack, so let's check out the real game, shall we? Wow, what a cool title screen. And these instructions, wow, they're something. So this game is a 2D platformer where you go from point A to point B, collect these things, which I think are bottle caps, but I might be wrong, and shoot everything in your path. I think he's shooting 7-Up at them. Also, these crabs look so freaking funny. At the end of each level, you rescue another Cool Spot, who for some reason is captured. There's probably a story to this game, but I couldn't find out what it was based on the Wikipedia page. Also, this game was developed by Virgin Games, so that's a plus. Now, not every level involves a beach. There is some variety in this game. There's also these cool bonus stages that are a lot of fun to play. Overall, I actually liked this game quite a lot. Sure, it was short and a little tricky at times, but it was a fun game overall. This next game is called Beach Life, and when your game menu has a woman in a bikini on it, you know that it's clearly ripping off Pokemon. So this is one of those sandbox style games, and in this game, it's almost time for spring break. But oh no, your resort is nowhere near finished, you fucking idiot! So we have to build our beach resort and make it look awesome. Now, I've never really been a huge fan of these types of games. They always felt repetitive and kind of boring overall. This one really isn't anything too special. It's like every other 2D sandbox game, but with a beach theme. I honestly had more fun making an awful/dangerous resort. Come on over to Josh's Island Resort, where we deliver pain, and you probably won't survive. But still give us money, because I need to buy more games. In the end, my resort did terrible. I mean, I don't know why it did. I am a licensed professional after all. And no, dear people, I didn't just grab a random piece of paper and write that down. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm moving on to the next game. Oh, what's this? I think I finally found the treasure. Oh, man, this sounded great. Oh, no. It's just a copy of Sonic Boom. Yeah, no wonder it was buried down here. So these games have been fine and all, but they're clearly missing out on something. And that something is pets. With a Z, the coolest letter of all. Don't think your games are cool enough? Bam, just put a Z in the title. Wait, you can have a penguin as a pet? Just take my soul now! So this is Pets Beach, and in this game, our character is moving to a pet's village. Don't ask me why, I don't really know. We start off by finding a cute little puppy on a train. I think that dog wants attention. Yeah, just like me at a party, am I right? We get to pet the dog until this lady named Ella starts talking to me like she's an Animal Crossing character. After nearly murdering Ella, I make it into the village that I get to name, and I can't think of a better name than Shrek for Smash. We even get to see a nice view of the beach, which is pretty cool. We then get to adopt our very own dog, who I named Goku's. With a Z, because like I said, Z can make anything cool. We then are pretty much free to do what we want. We can play with our pets, go on walks with them, earn money to buy even more pets or accessories, and visit other places around the village. Yeah, it's literally Nintendogs, but at the beach with characters that I wish got eaten by sharks. It's not a bad game by any means, but if you play Nintendogs, you pretty much play Pets Beach. Up next we have Big Beach Sports on the Wii. Wait, the Wii cursor is a foot? Oh god, now some people are gonna get turned on! We get to design our own custom characters here. We only get 3 letters for the name though. Man, it's at times like this where I wish my name was Todd. We can also make our very own custom face. Unfortunately, you have to hook up your DS in order to do so, so I didn't do it. Just pretend that I look like Tom Hanks. Anyways, to the beach we go! So here we get to choose among 6 different mini games. We have volleyball, bocce, football, soccer, disc golf, and cricket, my favorite beach sport. We start off with volleyball, and man, this gameplay is so freaking boring. Yeah, throughout this and pretty much every other mini game, you just shake the Wii remote and press A or B to do pretty much anything. You don't even use the nunchuck here, not even to move. Yeah, you just move automatically. Volleyball sucked because I just shook the Wii remote the entire time. The ball never goes where you want it to in bocce. Football and soccer, I do nothing but press buttons pretty much. We don't speak of my experience with disc golf, and cricket is just mini crappy baseball. Overall, Big Beach Sports felt like a cash grab and a waste of my Thursday evening. Now I have one more here today. Well, technically I have 3 more, but these 3 are pretty much the same game. And I do want to apologize for talking about these games because they can be really, what's the word, fan servicey? Is that a word? I don't know, look it up in the dictionary. Dead or Alive Xtreme Beach Volleyball, Dead or Alive 2, and Dead or Alive 3. What do these 3 games have in common?
Boobs.
Oh, whoops, sorry, I meant
Boobs.
So if you're unfamiliar with the Dead or Alive series, let me give you a brief rundown. Dead or Alive is a series of 2D fighting games, kinda similar to Street Fighter and Tekken, but with more jiggle physics, if you know what I mean. It's been around for several years now, and it started getting some unique spin-offs, those being the Xtreme series, a trilogy of games that focus around playing sports at the beach and doing whatever the heck this is. Now sure, Dead or Alive is more well known for their awesome gameplay and fight scenes, but this game was made to capitalize on all those horny fans that spent way too much time staring at their screen. So the first game in this series is Dead or Alive Xtreme Beach Volleyball. The main character, Zach, becomes rich after winning a bet at the casino, and now he has his own island resort and casino. We get to select the girl who we will be playing as in this game, and we get to play some volleyball, as well as play some mini games and gamble at the casino. We can also buy some accessories that are completely useless, and do other things like stare at women, this game's favorite pastime. I gotta say, this game doesn't control very well, like at all. I mean, the water jumping minigame had me failing harder than my high school math class. The volleyball is okay, I guess. You can get other girls to join your team when you win, but gambling is way more fun. Then I go to bed and do everything all over again, every single day. Yeah, this game is super repetitive, but hey, maybe the second one will be better, right?
Say hello to my little brain!
Well, that line alone sold me on this game. Well, I sure hope you enjoyed Dead or Alive Xtreme Beach Volleyball, because Xtreme 2 is pretty much the same game. The major differences being more girls, a new island, and a lot more gift giving. Look, a gold trumpet. I'm sure the girls will love this, right? Volleyball returns once again, and it's literally the exact same thing as before. I will admit the controls feel slightly better than the first, but it's almost the exact same game from before. You can go jet skiing in this game too. I don't know why you'd want to do that with a camera like that. There's also Tug of War 2, but it plays super sloppy, and it's kinda hard to get the hang of the controls here. Now with more girls in this game, there's more events to be seen, and the voice acting is actually pretty good too. The fan service is a little higher than the first since there's more women to stare at, but the game itself really isn't that great. The controls, while better than the first, still suck. There's not enough new content, and a lot of things are copy and paste from the first game.
Staying up all night isn't good for my skin.
Shut the f up and sleep.
But now we're moving on to the third one, the big holy grail of this series. So let's look at Dead or Alive Xtreme 3. Now the two girls on the cover here are Marie Rose and Hanukkah, and they're honestly my two favorite girls in the entire series. Probably because they love water just as much as I do. So the story of this game is that Zach has gotten a new island since his other ones got destroyed by random meteorites. And since he's busy, he gave you the island for some reason. Also, does anyone else think he kind of looks like that Ian guy from Alvin and the Chipmunks?
All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies.
So we once again get to choose our girl with some returning and some new faces. I went ahead with Marie Rose because she became my favorite. Probably because she loves watching people die from stupid decisions too. So off the bat, I noticed unlike the last two games, this one doesn't have an English dub. Sure, it has English subtitles, but come on, how am I supposed to read that when I'm focusing on this? This game didn't even get a release date outside of Japan and Asia. Sure, you can buy it online, but it's pretty pricey. The game itself, like the first two, isn't really that great. The controls still feel very terrible. Volleyball is literally the exact same thing again. And gift giving is even harder now because the girls can reject you now. We also get to play this booty bounce like minigame. That girl is like double the size of Marie, but she still lost. Gambling also has returned, and our cards all have pictures of the girls on them. How lovely. Also, the stupid pile of crap minigame is back, and I still suck at it. There's also new ways to view the girls in this game, such as I can't show the scene because you two will flip out on me, and I'm already in trouble, aren't I? Overall, the game itself is not that great, but I think it's the best out of the trilogy. Why? Because it has better graphics, the most variety in gameplay and scenes, and it features What's-His-Face from Persona 5.
Damn brat! I'll sue!
Oh, and because Marie and Hanukkah are both in it. Yeah, that pretty much makes it perfect. And that's all I have to say on this game. And that's going to do it for this video. Well, I've been searching all day and I still haven't found any treasure whatsoever. Definitely going to file a complaint to the people who own that condo right there. They really want to tell me that the treasure was actually these beach games. Yeah, that's not exactly something I wanted to pick up there, you know? I was expecting something like, I don't know, a copy of Donkey Kong Country 2. But alas, I've been disappointed once again here on this vacation. Well, that vacation was a little bit of a bust. I spent the entire time trying to find a treasure, and all I found were some beach games. I feel like I should try and get my money back for that vacation. Can I get my money back?
Dude, this is a radio broadcast, not a telephone line.